Welcome back to Bullet Catcher Gaming. It's Lee here, Ghost Recon 76, and we are doing the top 5 loadouts, or requested. What are they going to be, the top 5 loadouts? So this was a request by Sam Brooks, one of our subscribers. So here, mate, this one is for you. So up here we've got the G28. It's got hand grip, telescopic sight, suppressor. It's a 7.62 round with a mag change of just over 3 seconds. It's got 400 rounds a minute and 15 rounds in the magazine. So the next weapon on the list is the M4A1, which is an assault rifle, and we've got extended mag, ACOG sight, grenade launcher, the Qq15 laser designator and suppressor. So this fires the 5.56 standard NATO round, around 950 rounds a minute, which is quite a high rate of fire, so I like it. It's quite compact and a reliable bit of kit, and it's got 50 rounds in the magazine, and change mag is just over 3 seconds. So our backup weapon is the good old classic M9 Beretta, a favourite with Martin Riggs. For those of you who don't know who Martin Riggs is, he's Mel Gibson's character on Lethal Weapon. Right, so this is a 9mm Parabellum round. It's 15 rounds in the magazine, probably 16 in total with one in the chamber, and just over 2 seconds magazine change time. Right, so let's see how these weapons fare out on the field. So here we go. We've got eyes on these two. Let's him down. Let's, don't know why I put the drone up. Let's get out of the way of these guys without seeing me. That was quick. Okay, let's change to the M4. Now the G28 obviously is primarily a sniper rifle, with the M4 being an assault rifle. It's got a nice high rate of fire. Okay, so I'm going to take the suppressor off of the M9 because obviously it does affect the range and the there's one round. Come on, come on. That's him down. That's him taken care of. So you see the G28 is for those long range shots, if you can get, you know, a decent round off in time. The M4 obviously is mid range to CQB, gets plenty of rounds down, and obviously the M9 is there really for a backup weapon. So the next weapons we're doing are the Mark 48 and the MP7 with a sidearm, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so here we have the Mark 48 LMG. It's got ACOG sight, standard mag, a grip pod at the front with a muzzle brake, muzzle flash. Here we go with the MP7. It's got the EXPS3 sight. It's got a foregrip extended mag, a laser dot, the ATPL ×3 and a suppressor. And we're going to go with the PX4 pistol. Now, this one needs some upgrades too. Let's give those quickly. Not a bad looking little weapon. Looks quite compact. Quite like the look of that. So we'll see how that fares. Okay, so this loadout we've got an LMG. Very good for putting down lots of fire to try and suppress enemy. Also we've got the MP7, which is for up close and personal, but with a high rate of fire. And obviously we've got the pistol. I don't want to get seen by this drone. And then obviously we've got the pistol for close up, and also for a support weapon when you might have a stoppage and you quickly got to change to your pistol to get rounds down so you can get out and then sort out your stoppage or whatever it is you might have. Okay, so let's go to the Mark 48. Let's see if we can find this. Doesn't have a suppressor, so it's just going to be unleashing hell. Oh, there he is. Right. Let's see how we... So that took care of him fairly quickly. Let's go to the MP7. There's a couple of bad guys over here. That took care of him fairly quickly. And we've got a couple of lads over here. Let's try out the pistol. See how we fare. So it doesn't really take care of them that quickly, not like the other two. It was quick enough. So not bad at all. You got the Mark 48 to get loads of rounds down to keep people's heads down. The MP7 is for a high rate of fire, getting up close and personal. Obviously you've got your backup weapon as the pistol. Okay, so the next weapons up is going to be the TAC 50 and the Stoner.
So here we go with the next one then. This is UK Jedi, and this is the loadout that I'm currently running with. The first gun that we've got here is the Stoner. It's a nice LMG. Packs quite a punch, especially when it's maxed up to its level like it is here. It's got the compensator on it. Try and deal with a bit of the recoil that's on it. It still has quite a lot of lateral recoil if you're using it in long bursts, so short bursts tends to be best, where it packs a real punch, can be quite accurate in even at long ranges. I've got a optimal laser sight on it, which just helps with aiming really from the hip. Got a good sight on it and a foregrip just to help again with that stability, but that's quite good. Then after the Stoner, because I tend to do a lot of my stuff at long range here, we've got ourselves a TAC 50. TAC 50, extended mag, suppressor, decent sight, bipod for stability again, packs a punch over a long range, really good sniper rifle, one of the best I think, and I think it's certainly the best in the game. And then for sidearm, the good old Desert Eagle. Packs a punch, no suppressor. I have put a laser on it, but generally I don't bother with that, but there is one on this one. It's a good solid handgun to use. Everybody knows about the Desert Eagle, definitely a good one. So let's see how they do. Start with a long range. So let's find ourselves some targets just over here.
Glad she's gone, honestly. She was
In fact, he's a bit close. So let's just go. As you can see, he's got a decent scope. A nice bit. Switch to the Stoner. And it just takes him out just like that. Now, the Desert Eagle, again, it's nice, it's good. I really should give myself more accuracy here. As you can see, you get some good quick rounds off, and it takes them down. My terrible aiming there. And there we go. Stoners are also good for helicopters. Well, we've got a helicopter here. Let's you gotta love the noise the Stoner makes. And it makes easy work of helicopters. And there we have it. That's my loadout. On to the next one.
Right, so it's Seditious Trooper here, and we're on to the next best loadout in the game. This is one of my personal favourite loadouts in the game, and the first one that I use is the Scorpion Evo Cqc. As you can see, it's got pretty decent handling, the mobility's good. It's one of those kind of all-round it doesn't peak at any specific thing, but it's not bad either. The only thing that probably doesn't quite reach its heights on is the range. The range is not too great, but everything else it's pretty decent at. I think it's a really accurate gun for the amount of rounds that it can spit out at any one point. This is upgraded to Mark III, which does help it a little bit with that kind of hard hitting punch of the bullets landing on target. But yeah, so this would be my first one that I would use, and I normally would back that up with the Mark 14 EBR. Now this one's an interesting weapon because obviously it's a DMR. It's pretty accurate across long distances. It is certainly not the most accurate DMR in the game, but it does have a really good kind of kickback in terms of it's not, the recoil is I don't think it's that bad at all. And obviously you can fire a lot of rounds, it being kind of semi-automatic, which is really, really useful. You can get lots of rounds down quickly if you need to, so you can almost swap between a kind of assault rifle and a DMR. It's kind of that in that area in between. But I think this is a great weapon. Obviously with a decent scope on top of it helps out a lot. But yeah, so that for me, they compensate, they really compensate and help each other. So you can switch between that kind of shorter distance kind of impact burst with the Evo Cqc, and then switch out quickly to a DMR. This is not a kind of class loadout that you're going to use for long range. This is going to be more for that kind of mid to short range, or just over mid. It would be perfect. And if you do find yourself in a situation where you find yourself pretty close up with someone and you want to blow them away in one shot, my obviously sidearm option is the Sharp Thunder. Obviously it doesn't need any introductions. You can blow people away at ridiculous the power of this thing, especially when it's upgraded. As you can see, 98 damage. You can one shot kill pretty much up close. It will just pretty much destroy anything that moves. There you go. It's so this is my loadout class. This is one of my personal favourites. Sometimes I like to use the SC40K instead of the Evo, and I also normally use the Stoner with that. That would be my second kind of favourite. But this one maybe just edges it. I'm not sure. Depends on my mood. But there you go. So let's go and check these bad boys out, shall we? See if we can find ourselves some enemies. We've got the map on just to highlight some enemies in red, make it a little bit easier. Let's go and find somebody over here, shall we? Here we go. Oh, here we go. We got some bad guys. So talking of like, this would be my kind of, this is a decent range. Obviously the Evo Cqc, you'll kill these guys from this range, but you could struggle. Bullets will start spraying all over the place, but obviously close up, this thing's devastating. I mean, look at that. That's insane. Oh, I'm going to leave this guy alive on purpose. Let him shoot me up a little bit. So the kind of range that I tend to use, the EBR, more kind of around this range. There you go. That works perfectly. You know, that's the type of range I tend to go with. Sometimes if I'm, you know, looking at a building or a campment, you know, I'll use it for a lot further distances. But those are the type of distances I like to use it for. Like I said, it's a kind of short to just extended mid-range, not going for that too far out. But this, for me, is probably my favourite loadout in the game. I don't need to demonstrate the Sharp Thunder close-up. I'm sure everyone knows it. It's devastating close-up. But there you go. So that's my loadout.
Okay, so here we've got the 416, very similar to the M4A1, ACOG sight, extended mag, grenade launcher and suppressor. And then we have the MP5, it's got extended mag, a digital sight, laser designator and suppressor. And the next pistol I'm going for is the 5.7 USG. Oh, it needs some upgrades. Let's do that now quickly. Okay, so there we go. Let's see how we get on with these weapons. And why do we want an MP5? Very, very good CQB weapon. High rate of fire. Very easy to handle. As you can see. Man down. Okay. 416. Very good mid-range to close range weapon. High rate of fire. Let's see how we get on with the pistol. Taking a few rounds. 3 rounds to take him out, however, not bad. Okay guys, so there we are, there we have it. That is the best 5 loadouts, or you know, what are the best 5 loadouts on BreakPoint. So we've had the G28 Scout and the M4A1, the Mark 48, the MP7, the TAC 50 and the Stoner, the Mark 14 EBR and the Scorpion Evo Cqc, and the MP5 and the 416. You decide. You know, you tell us what your best 5 loadouts are. Any weapons that you want to see tested and reviewed that are in the game, we will happily oblige. Anything you like, anything you don't like, also please let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section and we will see what we can do. Thanks for watching guys, hope you appreciate what we're doing. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for your support. Take care out there in these testing times with the way things are at the moment. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.